Hi guys, Steve here and welcome back. So today I'm going to quickly run you through how to hypnotize your prospects to get more sales. Now, I'm going to give a little caveat. This does not require any specialized training. You don't need to go on a hypnotherapy course. You don't need to look up Paul McKenna or anybody like that and buy one of those courses and get certified as a hypnotist. So, that said, have you ever, or I'd like you to think of actually, imagine, just get into state with me for a second here. Go into a regular journey. Perhaps you want to close your eyes and think of a regular journey that you take. Maybe it's a school run. It takes 15 or 20 minutes. Or maybe it's a trip to your favorite supermarket that takes 20 or 30 minutes. And I want you to experience that. Think of the landmarks, the crossings, the other shops, maybe the pub, maybe whatever it is on the way, and really experience as quickly as you can in your imagination feeling this. Speed the time up a little bit, but think of how that journey feels and how that 30 minutes passes, because 30 minutes is quite a long time, isn't it? And then I'd like you to think of times that you've made that journey and you've got there and then you've just thought, oh, I'm here already. You could have been earbuds in or speaker on engaged in a conversation. You could have been thinking about something. You could have been talking with the person next to you in a interesting conversation. And all of a sudden you're there and you've not noticed any of these landmarks on the way. Hopefully you haven't had an accident or ran anyone over. I'm sure you haven't. And what's happened here? What's really happened? Well, you've actually immersed yourself and really focused and got in state regarding something, in a focused state. And you've actually gone down into a slight trance. Now, you were perfectly okay driving. As I say, you didn't have any accidents, you didn't run anyone over, and I'm certain if an emergency had happened, everything in your peripheral would come back into focus and you'd take the appropriate action. But you were in a slightly hypnotic state, and therefore the point is you didn't notice the time. So what's this got to do with sales? Well, if you get a prospect on the phone and ask lots of great questions, the who, the what, the where, the why, the when, and the how, all that good stuff that we've talked about before and we'll definitely talk about again because it works, is you ask all those questions and then you ask the penetrative questions. You paraphrase, you say, I think I've got that right. So you're saying yada, 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 but can you go a bit deeper for me? And get that person talking about his 3 favorite subjects, which we've talked about before, me, myself, and I, okay? If you do that, you will literally take that person into that kind of state. Now, a way to do it even more effectively is to ask time-based questions that take him back down his timeline. For example, if this prospect has a business, when did you start a business? Oh, 10 years ago. Oh, really? What did you do before that? Now we're taking him even further back down his timeline. Did you do that from university, fresh out of university or school? Or did you do something else before? Now he's going even further back. You get the idea, yeah? And this really relaxes people because in their mind and imagination, they really are going back in time, and this kind of slows time down in a way for them, but it also speeds it up so they don't notice that they've been on the phone with you now for nearly half an hour. If you can do that, statistics tell us that the longer you can keep someone engaged on the phone in this way, not someone who's just being patient to you yapping on, but actually them doing probably 85-90% of the talking, you being present, listening and asking the right questions and giving what I call verbal nods, like, yeah, I see, yeah, all that good stuff. the higher your chances of actually making a sale and building a relationship with that prospect become. Dramatically so. So bear that in mind. Next time you're talking to a prospect on the phone, ask loads of questions, take him back down this timeline, and literally you will hypnotize your client and they will feel great. They'll have a great inner representation of that conversation every time they speak to you in the future. They'll anchor back to that, and you'll have a great relationship and make sales with that prospect. More than likely, because you can't win them all. I'm Steve Q, and remember, nothing happens anywhere without a sale being made.